let's go. We got the most racist streamer is facing 25 plus years of prison. Many of you said in the chat, y'all don't know who Chud the Builder is. Nobody here knows who Chud the Builder is, or some of you guys are aware who Chud the Builder is. I'll explain briefly. This guy, a lot of weird goes on all these streaming platforms. People are finding different ways to try to go viral. This man here is an absolute, we think he's a closeted gay man because he talks a lot of shit about the LGBTQ, and then also behind the back just got exposed by his ex-girlfriend, who's black actually, about how she used to peg him. And she used to peg him with some long, it was a big one too. They got pictures and everything. So it's kind of ironic and kind of funny now that he goes on these tangents. He also goes on these like weird hunts. He tries to go to locations where there's predominantly more black people, and then he likes to provoke them. And his job and what his goal was that he wants to shoot a black person, chat. He thought it would be okay. He wants to shoot a black person. Let me make sure I got the right sound effect, right? So his goal every stream was to go to black people, provoke them, say that they're, and I'm going to just say the term, not the hard R. He would say that they're chimping out, which I never heard no like that before. I heard that from him. I'm like, oh, you say some yo, every time I see something egregious, I'm like, I swear to God, if you said that, like where I'm from, like where I live, you wouldn't even last that block right there. You wouldn't be able to walk out that block without at least somebody punching on you. But I don't know. He's in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know how it is over there. And pretty much his whole thought process behind it was if they go up to him and try to threaten him or punch him, he wants to pull out his gun in self-defense and kill them or shoot them. Now, the feds was on him because technically you're harassing these people. And now he finally got his just due. Now I'm hoping, I'm praying, I mean, that the man that he shot, because recently he's been taking L after L. People have been running up to him, pushing him around, doing mad crazy shit. This time, he went up to an Army veteran, 31 years old. 31. He told the guy he was whatever. The guy came up to him, they back and forth, and then he shot himself. If I'm not mistaken, he shot himself and then shot the guy, I think, twice. The guy is in good condition. I think he's in stable condition. But he has D-Mike Day for the 3 months, man. I appreciate you, man.
Let me join the Discord, fam.
Exclamation mark Discord. So apparently the guy is a veteran, an Army veteran, who suffers from severe PTSD, and they got it all on camera that Chud the Builder cheddar-bobbed himself, and he provoked the whole situation and is now looking for 25 to life. So if he loved pegging behind closed doors, he can now get pegged behind the jail cell, okay? They're going to fuck him till he dies, chat. I'm being honest. Like, he don't need a death penalty. They going to rim his ass up. I'm being dead serious. No zesty shit. When you go to jail for something like that, they going to put the brakes on him, okay? Yeah, Waka Flocka, everybody was talking about it because it's absolutely absurd. Then you got guys like, I would love to react to DJ Academics cooking Sneeko. Sneeko's, we're gonna let it be known. Sneeko's probably one of the biggest retards on this platform. I don't give a fuck if I get banned for this. He's now sitting here, being half black, he's now sitting here saying, it's just a word. Why do we allow people to get so offended and whatever? And I'm like, I'm getting tired of hearing that. The thing is, too, I will say, I know I'm not black, obviously, but and there's things that said to my peoples that I'd be like, yo, what the f? But we all know, internationally known, all around the world, we all know the one word that every culture knows. That's offensive. And Chud the Builder is not saying this because he's trying to just say, oh, but it's freedom of speech. He's using fake freedom of speech. No. You know that word has context behind it and history behind it, and it has so much negative, behind it. It's not even like you said, like, yo, my was good. You said the hard R. You're really going there with it, right? So DJ Academics cooked this and said, all right, so these words don't mean nothing, right? And he was like, nah, bro. Like, he said, all right, so say fuck Allah then. Islam. Guys, go ahead and say it. He said, you wouldn't say that, right? And Sneeko was like, nah, I wouldn't. That's a religion. No, you got to keep that same energy. You got to keep, if these are just words, you should be able to say the same. Go ahead and say that about your own people. Then told them, I ain't gonna lie, DJ Academic said this. I wouldn't say this. I wish everybody's good. I hope everybody in all countries are doing fine. I feel bad for all these wars that are happening. But DJ Academics had to like let him know, you never even been to Israel and you worrying about all them peoples over there when you ain't even worried about your black peoples out here. And I'm like, yo, he's just cooking Sneeko. So yeah, I went off a little bit on a tangent. But he said, isn't that the guy on the green platform? Yeah, he got banned on Kick. Kick immediately took the money that he was supposed to make and everything. He is the first person that I seen got officially banned and stripped on Kick. They got fucking on there sucking, and they got people eating dookie, but no, he got banned. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and watch this. I know I just went off on a little tangent here, but it's just to kind of keep you guys up to date on the stupid society of what we see. He needs to get worse punishment than that Johnny Somali guy. Mind you, they never ban. They normally unban people on Kick. He bugging the fuck out.
Some breaking news to tell you about. The social media influencer known as Chud the Builder is now facing an attempted murder charge after a shooting today outside the Montgomery County Courthouse. Deputies say Dalton Etherly, better known as social media as Chud the Builder, was involved in a fight leading to gunfire. Both men were hospitalized. Deputies just arrested Etherly, charging him with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon. Tonight, he's being held in the Montgomery County Jail.
Well, we finally thought would happen ultimately.
Shout out Omizi, man.
Chud the Builder, a.k.a. Dalton, whatever his last name is, has finally pulled his weapon out and harmed somebody.
First off, he lost rights to his child. His ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, or wife, whatever, is changing the name of his kid. Then they decide to make like a GoFundMe for him now that he's arrested. And the image is him and his kid. Get the fuck out of here. Then they got audio, video recordings of him when he's getting like put in the hospital thing, in a hospital chair, in an ambulance chair, whatever, saying, "I hope the guy's all right." Fuck out of here. That tweet that he put out a week ago, where he said a couple weeks back, where he said his goal is to get black people to like do something to him. He said it's gonna be a goal to shoot one of them down. Yeah, guess what, buddy? That's your karma, bitch. A stretcher, thank you. That's your karma, bitch.
A guy that has built up a platform, walking around antagonizing
weird
people,
motherfucker,
disrupting the peace, and saying that he would defend himself at any cost. He's trying to hide behind the First Amendment, saying that, hey, this was free speech, this is self-defense. But I'm here to tell you, this brother is cooked beyond belief. And I brought on experts that help really prove that Chud the Builder is gonna go behind bars for a very long time after this most recent stunt that he's pulled. Is he going to jail?
Yes, yes. The answer is absolutely yes.
You have expressed your
you got Flock on here.
dislike for black people. How do you convince a jury? Chud is cooked and over with.
Yeah. What a dumbass. If you knew this
He's
thing
cooked.
already, please hit that subscribe
Yeah, bro, he
button.
looks crazy.
A long, long way for the channel. Help me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Part of the
Poetic Flacco slimmed down a lot, man.
To the video. Before this,
ever since he left,
already a very
no jumper.
He'd gotten arrested from a Nashville restaurant incident just a couple of days ago, where he had stolen some food and then walked down the street and was a public nuisance and disturbance while also resisting arrest. While being arrested and detained, he was questioned by the FBI if he was a part of some terror groups that were plaguing the United States and go around being provocateurs as white supremacists. Then when he got out of prison, his family was starting to disown him. His baby's mother said that she would remove his last name.
Motherfucker looks stupid as hell
because his name was being drugged through the mud, and it was
yeah, he was harassing people in the street.
Like it was finally catching up to him. But here is a situation in which it is fully caught up to him, but I don't think that he realizes that this isn't gonna go the way that he's been proclaiming it would on social media and on the internet.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit.
They're out here.
Somebody got shot.
Yikes.
Yeah. Is someone down? I just see the one guy.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. Oh.
Yo, that
While handling a different civil matter down at a Tennessee
he's not dead though,
Chud
right?
the
I
Builder
pray to
got
God
into
he's
a
not, yo.
confrontation
That's crazy.
with some other young gentlemen outside of the courthouse, in which, as he claims, which we'll listen to after this, that they attacked him. He pulled out his pew-pew in self-defense and shot at them. Now, in an attempt to defend himself, he also grazed himself before police showed up and stopped up the whole fight. Now, after further investigation, he is hit with a litany of charges that we'll read a little bit later in the video, but one of them includes attempted attempted murder, and I don't think Chud is gonna beat this. Now, we all know who Chud the Builder is at this point, and we know that he is a liar and somebody who minimalizes situations. He's a fake tough guy, somebody who portrays to be one of the hardest in the bunch, but when met with any sort of real pushback, he's on the phone with the cops. So in this situation where the cops ask him,
honestly, you know who also deserves to get his ass whooped? Like, he needs his ass whooped. He needs to go to jail for some time. He needs to get his ass whooped to the point where he comes back religious. And that's his motherfucking cameraman. That cameraman was walking down the street up and down with him, holding the camera up like a little bitch, filming all his stunts, all that stupid shit he was pulling, and never told him, yo, I think we should chill. Never even say, yo, I don't want to be a cameraman no more. You went along with that shit? I'm telling you right now, y'all, I don't wish death. I don't wish nothing like that on people. The only person right now I hope gets the electric chair if he's guilty is David. Especially because he was doing shit with minors. That's just crazy. But I swear to God when I say this, I don't wish death on nobody or nothing like that. But I wish he did shit like this in New York, yo. I don't mean to disrespect nobody's state or nothing like that. I truly wish Chud was in New York doing this shit. And the one spot I always bring up, I wish he did this shit in the Bronx. The YNs would have got right with him. They would have shot his ass up. They would have lit his shit up. They don't give a fuck. They don't want to hear that shit, man. They would have lit his shit the fuck up. And on top, they would have probably ran his ass over too with a Honda. I'm being dead ass. One of them Dominicans got a Honda that's illegal, man. They would have ran his ass over, man. I'm just saying, yo, no disrespect. Chicago, he wouldn't survive. The moment he dropped into that bitch, he's getting shot. They're gonna be like, no, we could see Chud from a mile away. They would have shot his ass. Chicago, LA, motherfucking New York. We need one of them cities that's known for this shit. You go to places like that, man. Yeah, they would have put him in a bag. If he would have went to Detroit straight up, put him in a bag. That ass. He would have went to Houston. I heard Houston soft, man. I don't know about Houston. Memphis? I don't know. I'm questioning Memphis, man. After what Pusheisty did, that shit kind of nuts. I don't even know. I don't know if Memphis got it in them, though. I don't know. I got to really think about that one. Oh, man. It would have been in a box? Yeah, nah. Listen, let me tell you something. One thing about all my LGBT friends, all my gay friends, some of them had committed some crazy crimes in the past. They would have got, bring his ass to Queens Village. They would have got his ass together. That ass. You said Honda on his body vibrating hard as fuck from the fat ass subs. What are you talking about, bro? Waster, what the fuck are you saying? Oh, why did I read that? Why did I read that shit?
About what actually happened.
If he was indictment, he would have got fucked up.
See that there is a clear contradiction between the testimony.
Matter of fact, bring his ass to Philly
that we now have on the internet. Shouts out to Poetic Flacco for providing that because he was the first person, at least that I saw.
Oh yeah, Poetic Flacco was the first one to have that footage.
Contradiction from Chud the Builder's statements.
He was sitting on the corner. I walked up to him because they were pointing at me. They were laughing. They were pointing at me, and I said, "What's up, guys? How y'all doing?" I said, "Y'all like the new suit?" He said, "Walk away from me." I walked away from him. He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in." He said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He's still wailing on me.
Now let me ask y'all, does that make any sort of sense?
Hell
Chud the
no.
Builder claims that he was basically minding his business and these guys kind of initiated the confrontation. Everything that we've known about Chud the Builder throughout the past couple of weeks lets us know that that's not true. Sure, people do recognize him up until this point, but to act as if he played no part in this, that he didn't say the hard R N-word that he's done for pretty much the past week, that people have been covering, that the police have seen at this point, this same town right here, like this same town's police force has told him about the fact that they have seen these things. He's acting as if that's not him. I don't know why this guy did this. It's the most amazing BS that we've ever seen. But the thing that is the most
he can't make up that lie because they got it on footage
on him after he had to do the self-defense. The next amazing concept is that the guy came up to him and said, "Hey, I have PTSD, and if you hit me with that chimp out stuff, then I'm gonna have to punch you. And then with no action or reaction from Chud the Builder, the guy just starts punching him. That doesn't make sense either. But what's probably the most telling, and again, Chud doesn't know that we have any video footage of the actual incident, is him claiming that, you know, even after I used my weapon in order to get him up off me, he still proceeded to wail on me. Chud, we have the video. And in this video, we can clearly see that seems as though you are jumping on him. It seems as though you are pursuing him. The reason why I pointed out the fact that he's a courthouse, because I think that that's also an interesting component to me, is that in a situation of self-defense, I'm pretty sure you have to be fearing for
so
your
he
life
warned you and
in
you
order
still
for you to
proceed. Yep.
escalate to a weapon. When I've been to courthouses before, there have been a plethora of law enforcement agents outside. So if a guy ran up to you and punched
fucking
you,
crazy,
that does
bro.
not mean that you escalated to some sort of gun violence, especially because you could have ran and find an officer after getting that person up off you. And this is exactly why Chud the Builder faces attempted murder charges. But you know what? I'm no expert in this situation. That's why I've called on a close friend to see how she feels about this situation from her legal expertise standpoint.
Oh,
Welcome to
okay.
the show, AV to the 7th power. Ooh.
Hi.
Let's get into it. A laundry list of charges for Chud the Builder, self-proclaimed free speech expert, advocate of self-defense, based off of everything that you've seen.
She does taxes. I need my taxes done, chat.
Yes.
Oh, I got somebody from my chat who's gonna help me out with my taxes.
Absolutely,
One of the guys named. Shout out to D, man. I need help, bro.
The state of Tennessee, the DA's office, they're gonna come hard on him because
I owe
when
taxes.
people start
Ted owe
doing
taxes.
what he's been doing, it becomes something that's like a public nuisance.
No, I ain't do
It becomes
them.
a public safety concern. You know, for such a long time, this guy has been, you know, preaching the free speech type of thing, right? But it's also coming with putting people in danger. And the situation has been escalating with him for quite some time.
Can I get an understanding of what self-defense is? Because from my understanding, it's not like an escalation. In order for you to use, I think they have him as like a deadly weapon in the attempted murder combination. Somebody else also has to have a deadly weapon in that situation.
Yes. Whenever we look at human combat, so to speak, in the law, there's a few pieces that are really important. The first piece is who started what. When we look at a situation, who is the antagonizer?
Nah, you won't be in handcuffs. I don't make millions of dollars.
Pretty much approaching.
Nah,
the
it
other
ain't like
person.
that, man.
When someone is approached,
I don't trust
you
no one
do have a right
with
to defend
fat ass
yourself.
glasses.
And
I
there's
be
a
thinking
few
they meta
realms of that.
glasses.
We can even talk about defensive property.
What the fuck you talking about, man? I don't trust nobody with fat ass glasses like mine because they meta. This shit for my protection. Because I might encounter a Chud and I'm like, oh, hey, man, ain't meta record this shit. And call 911. Hey, my shit blinking, bitch. Which means you on candid camera. Say hi. I need to. I'm like, Wankster. Yo, hit record. Shit, man, Vato's local. Yo, what you want from me? What you want from me? And then any anime guy that comes up to me, I'm hitting this motherfucking button. I'm spinning the block, tapping this motherfucker. Cause I'm scared of y'all anime dudes. Y'all come out there, it be dudes with titties somehow with a furry suit and shit like that, looking like Mega Man. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm hitting this shit. I'm like, yo, babe, I'm hitting this motherfucker. She started parking. Oh, you so paranoid? Hell no. I got a motherfucker who look like Sonic Fox with motherfucking he look like Star Fox, Sonic Fox, and Falco. Motherfucker holding the keyblade. And he think he from Mortal Kombat. Ricky a furry. Nah, Tuesday. Honestly, I heard about you. Video filled with heavy ass breathing. What's your persona? Ask me that shit again, you might get banned. Keep that furry shit out my stream, man. Fuck out of here, man. Furry shit pissed me off. Motherfucking Star Fox look like a furry. Look like he about to take that shit off and have a documentary. I see you enjoying Forza. Yeah, I am. I'm fat. I can say you're not fat. You might get fat though. I no hate, no shade. I was hoping you get fat because since you in love and shit. But man, you look good, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You lost a lot of good weight, man. I'm proud of you, man.
In defense of yourself as a person. Now, when someone approaches you and you're put in fear and apprehension and, you know, the risk of bodily harm is imminent, that is when legally you have a right to defend yourself. Now, the situation with this guy is, you know, it also comes with, you know, the use of weapons, so to speak. Now, if you're in your house,
being in love make you gain weight, absolutely. If it made you, if it made you mad skinny, that relationship sucks.
You could technically, you know, use a weapon in your home home to defend your castle, you know, and that's like with the law stuff, like sometimes it does go back centuries when some of these laws were developed, especially coming from, you know, the UK, things like that. But it's a lot of old law. Now, there's the defense of property, but there's also the defense of a person. And really what that means is you do have the right of self-defense if you see something coming at you. Like, let's say somebody throws something at you, right? That's a risk of an item coming close to you. You have the right to defend yourself, you know? In this situation with weapons, you know, if somebody else has a weapon, you have a right to defend yourself, right. You know? So this Chud guy has been out of control for a really long time.
I think what also makes it interesting, because I don't know how they're claiming self-defense, and at least the video that we've seen, he's on top of the guy.
Why I call him Omar, bro? I see on his channel, his name is fucking Omizi. How come y'all call him Omar? I need to know this shit. I need to learn something. Y'all be calling content creators by their fucking name? His name is Omar. I didn't know his name was Omar. The day I ever meet this brother, I'm going to call him Omizi. When I meet Lo, I'm not calling him Omar's brother. I'm calling him Lo. Niagara? My name isn't Ricky, though, legally. So I don't care if y'all call me Ricky. Anybody that calls me by my government name. Actually, we had a case, and Raunchy brought it to my attention, but we had a case where some shorty kept going around calling people by they actual government names, and the shorty thought she could do that shit in my stream. We banned that bitch. I was like, man, get the fuck out of my stream, bitch. My bad, yeah, that sounded bad. Man, we got that bitch out the pain. Fuck is you call? Like, I don't care. Radimus is my name, but like, you come to my stream calling me that, I will smack the fuck out of somebody in person. They call me Radimus. Like, you wouldn't do that in my, like, I don't know you, and like, not like on a job perspective, but like that's some weird shit. You come to my stream like, hey, what up, Radimus? I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know your ass. What up, pussy? Like, I don't know. That shit kind of weird to me. So I say, call me Ricky, bro. Ricky's not even my legal name. You ain't smacking me, chill. Bacon, I ain't gonna lie, Bacon, I'll get you jumped and robbed on set. Just saying. So he wants to call you 3MG. No, y'all can call me Ricky. Y'all been calling me Ricky for like 15 years. Yeah, no, I don't even call my brother I call my brother Boo Boo. My brother got a scar on his eyebrow. I call him Boo Boo. My brother got a scar on his eye since he was a baby, so we call him Boo Boo growing up. His fucking name is Wilfredo. What the fuck I look like calling my brother that? I ever call my brother that, we might never talk again. You gonna call me Gramps? Nah, don't call me no nicknames like Gramps, yo. Deadass, that shit hurt my feelings. I be waking up in pain and shit. My brother funny like that? He probably funnier. No, I think my brother's actually funnier than me. You can ask Trey. He met my brother. Actually, he chilled with him. He went to the club with my brother. Don't call me Unc. Hell no. Hell no. Let's go ahead and keep this video going.
I don't know if you'd seen that. He's on top of the guy before the police come and pull him
My
up.
gov is
So
Rick
even
Bob.
in self-defense, at least what I would think. Hey, maybe the guy does attack you. You get him off of you.
Don't
with
lie.
your mace or
Nobody
you
call
shoot
me
him.
Unc.
That doesn't mean that you continue.
Hell
your
no.
suit.
Ever since that Yana shit,
Yeah,
people be
so-
mad weird now.
And that's the other thing. I heard a little bit of the body cam audio as well, where he explains the situation. But, you know, if you...
But by the way, if anybody just says my actual government name, I don't really be pressed. I think the person, they kept telling her, like, hey, can you stop saying my name? And, like, she kept, like, pressing it. She kept saying their name. And then I think when they kept getting at her, she was like, oh, I don't know why I got banned. I don't know. Shit was weird. It was weird. It's like, I don't know.
break the situation down, and that's how they're going to look at it legally.
I'm not going to stop calling you bald.
First? Who made the first
I wouldn't get you jump,
physical
Bacon.
move first, right? And then what was the response? And was that response appropriate?
I'll just send you
given the
to India.
situation? And also looking at your peers, would a
Torture you.
normal citizen in society respond the way that you did? That's the big thing with Chud's case, is most people would have not responded the way that he did. I think it's the case is he ain't he thinks he's gonna win, but it don't look like that.
After the incident,
I call
both
Sway by
gentlemen
his government name all the
condition.
time.
And Chud the Builder will be detained
Pedro Pascal.
and ultimately arrested and charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, and employing a firearm during a felony. Now, allegedly, we do have the victim of the situation's GoFundMe. His name is Josh, and he is a veteran who was suffering from PTSD, supposedly. So now we're in a situation in which Chud the Builder has built up this case about himself. This is a serious matter. And now it's time to put to test whether that freedom of speech, self-defense nonsense that he's been spewing is actually
Chat,
real.
is
Prosecutors
Nashville
announced
racist?
Chud, the
Like, what kind
person,
of
the online.
What kind of state is that?
That it is crossed
because if he gets off on this, bro, that's really fucking crazy to me.
Grand jury is willing to say or not say, hey, this brother was protecting himself. The four charges aren't some misdemeanors that he was facing
Nashville,
from the previous
Tennessee?
2 arrests. This is a situation in which the state was saying that he could have potentially killed somebody, ended their entire
It's a red state
over an argument that started with potentially words and maybe a fist. And it's going to be extremely hard to say that, you know, you held little involvement in this situation, that, you know, you were not the aggressor or the antagonizer, specifically when, you know, the word is out about you. This isn't your first time being arrested or booked by this same exact county, town, city, and state. They have a rap sheet on you. Hell, the last time that you were arrested, they were asking you about being a part of a terror organization. The last time you called out the police, they knew exactly who you were. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, is acknowledging that his words have more meaning than he says it does. So this is where the whole line of "it's just words."
Yeah, I didn't know where the Klan was born, bro.
Falling apart. His whole content model is built off.
What up, Sid?
He knows that those words will elicit some sort of reaction from an audience that is walking by innocently. People online are saying that Chud the Builder could face decades in jail.
I hope he could face years in jail, man. But Nashville,
it's all dependent on the enhancements. It's all dependent on the extent of the charges that they are pursuing. It depends on a lot of things. And Tennessee has a battle ahead of them, but I don't think that it's the lengthiest or more arduous battle ever. Hell, it's not like they have to explain why a guy like this would escalate words or...
You literally got 3 things you could use for evidence. For 1, you could use all the streams that he's ever done. 2, his tweets. And 3, the fact that he lied when talking to the woman at the ambulance shit right there, when they got the other footage of exactly what he did. Those 3 pieces right there show history. They show consistency of him being racist and trying to provoke black people. You need to put him in jail, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's crazy. Ricky, would you ever ride a mechanical bull? Hell no. I can't even sit on a fucking on an exercise bike for too long. I'm being dead ass when I say this. Sit on an exercise bike, that shit hurts your ass. Like, your ass starts to hurt. I had to buy a cushion. I'm just saying.
Maybe even punches to pulling out a weapon. He's been placing it online this entire time. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, social media went and started gathering evidence against Chud the Builder. Now, I'm not saying that they had to do much work to do it, but it's quite clear that Chud the Builder was using his X platform.
I'm just saying, it hurts. Writing an exercise, everybody knows that.
As basically a folder to
exercise bikes are
to
trash.
The prosecutors to say that this person was looking to do some sort of harm to people. There's specifically this alleged premeditation tweet that he put out that is just plain stupid and will not fly in court. One of the reasons why this is pretty shut and closed for me, like open and closed for me, they claim that they're gonna use his past stuff. Like they're gonna use the videos and stuff that he's accumulated over the internet. And so I do want to read to you something that he has put out. This is just a tweet. This is 5/7, so we're talking about less than 10 days ago. He's talking about how all this may end. Series finale is a dead chimp. I'm reading it word for word. On the pavement, and you monkeys rioting when I walk. Stay tuned. And then somebody kind of questions like, hey, isn't this premeditated, buddy? Don't you kind of want to take this down or whatever? He says, premeditated self-defense. The entire internet is calling for violence against me. Yeah, I'm premeditating my defense.
That sentence don't even make sense. I wish I had
that motherfucker is stupid.
That sentence don't even, my premeditated defense. What?
That's what he
like,
said.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But here's the thing. All of that could be used as evidence against
you know how to ride a bike?
I don't know why it falls under character evidence. Sometimes evidence of somebody's
Sure,
prior bad
gang.
acts, to paint a character of who this person is in front of a jury comes in. You know, I'm over here covering the Julio Fulio thing, and these gentlemen are now making it seem like they're crazy and they're tapped. But you know what's coming in? Social media posts. You know, people that...
all them kids from that Julio Fulio's doing live. They're done. All them peoples from them Julio Fulio. And guess what? That girl, I don't even think she's going to jail, or she might get less time served. Ain't that some crazy shit, yo? Ain't that some crazy shit?
Dealt with in the past, interactions that went south in the past. It's character evidence because it paints to a jury who you are as a person. And if you're prone to some of these things, in his situation, if he's been doing this for a long time, he's such a public nuisance that the state of Tennessee and the district attorney's office, they chose to bring charges. They don't do that lightly.
They may do the charges on him because they want to protect their people. They might be racist, but now they're probably like, yo, we want to protect our people now from getting fucked up out out here.
Well, if the person,
now it's not in his favor.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did the person that he hurt, like, did they survive?
They survived it.
Okay, so attempted murder charges for sure. I think that's probably going to be the biggest thing. If depending on how they look at the actions and the behavior, the injuries of this person.
What a fucking
I've seen
idiot.
people get grazed by bullets and still get attempted murder charges. I've seen people, if it's a fight, depending on the seriousness of the injuries, it could drop down to assault and battery. But given his trajectory and also the antagonizing of trying to get a rise out of people too.
And throwing some on the grill. Good
Hey, Nicole, thank you for the 53 months. How you doing?
Cheer.
Yo, that motherfucker Chud, man, he looking at motherfucking life. Let him rot in that cell, donating to the GoFundMe, throwing some on the grill. All good riddance. How you doing? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. God bless. Yeah, I hope Chud get life. And I hope they peg him to death in jail, and not in GTA. They gonna peg his ass in jail while he's doing laundry. They need let the soap, you know what? He might get the Jeffrey Dahmer treatment. You know when that homie went into the motherfucking gym? And Dahmer was just so out of energy, yo. Motherfucker went into the corner, fell on the floor. The guy sat right on top of him with a dumbbell, and he just said, man, do it. Fuck it. He just knew he was cooked. Yo, man, that dude Chud about to get hit in the motherfucking gym. He about to get hit up. That motherfucker he's gonna be bench pressing. The guy gonna be helping him out and shit. Next thing you know, in GTA, I'm just saying, God, yeah, man. I think it was a locker room.
Pretty bad for him.
All the evidence
in a locker room.
The evidence of antagonizing these people.
Shit, crazy, man.
Going around macing them, saying that you will.
What you got cooking?
Situations.
Yo, the weather has been beautiful outside.
Situations in which you.
I don't pray for nothing bad happening to people, but these people call for it, man.
Acting as premeditated self-defense, allegedly. They're not going to treat this like some sort of isolated shooting event. The reason why people are going to these extremes is because he's basically laid out the blueprint over the past couple of weeks as to what he was gonna do. And then his dumbass just executed the plan. His formula wasn't complicated. You approach a black person, say something racist.
Look at what you're doing to these people, bro.
The reaction, claim that he's the victim.
No, hell nah, bro.
Call it free speech. This case is different because people aren't just reacting to this one headline. They're reacting to the entirety.
I know how to use a grill, but low key, I might have to buy another grill and see what kind of grill I want to use.
Making it clear as ever that this situation is not some sort of
like gas grill, electric grill, shit like
that has been seen from the start based off of his words and his actions. Flacco, the day has come. We saw Chud getting arrested from the jump, right?
Hey, listen, man, fam. I did a 2-hour interview with Chud, and during this interview, I knew that this was coming because Chud said to himself, Chud says the only reason I'm doing this is not because I'm racist or because I hate black people. I'm doing this because it's war against black people because a black woman and her daughter had a road rage incident with Chud. They filmed Chud or took a picture of Chud, kind of cussing him out. Well, they posted a picture and said, yo, this man called me the N-word. Chud admitted that he said nigga during this incident, but he didn't say the hard R, right? So he was then shocked that after they posted this, it went viral in their hometown. He lost his job. He started a business, and people say, yeah, I don't want to associate with this guy. And then he got pretty much ostracized. So because of this, he said he now has a vendetta against black people, and this is why he was doing it. So
who the fuck he think he is? Liam Neeson? Didn't Liam Neeson try to go into black hoods and shit? Trying to find somebody to shoot? Then later on, he was looking for that person or whoever. Then he later on apologized. And then they did a fucking movie with him where they made fun of him in his own movie. And he had to own that shit. They made fun of him in his own movie. And brought up that situation in an actual movie. Not a funny skit either. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Something happened. And he went to the hood. And I think out of anger expressed, I'm just looking for, black people, whatever. But he was really looking for the person who caused that harm to I think somebody, his family or somebody. But the shit was, I guess he got in good graces with Hollywood again. They did a movie. And in that movie, it's supposed to be a funny comedy movie. And they made fun of him for that in the fucking movie. And they said he fell off, I forgot what the movie's called. It got to be the last 2 to 3 movies. So if you look up Liam Neeson's films, it's within the last 3 films. I know he ain't out here making 10 movies. It was within the last, was it Naked Gun? It was one of them. It was a funny movie. And I seen the clip online and I'm like, oh shit, they even used it in the movie to make fun of him. That shit nuts.
This 2-hour conversation, bro, the level of anger that he displayed, I said, yeah, this nigga is gonna hurt somebody at some point. And then what really did it though was the kick fame. Now, I'll be real, I have my conspiracy theory, because if you guys don't know, Eddie has like this clip network, which I'll be real, yo, Eddie has bought out all the clippers. Like, they own everything, bro. Yo, it's so crazy, nigga, I go on TikTok, nigga, I don't see a Twitch clip ever, nigga. This nigga has formed the first, like, Clipper monopoly. I thought monopolies was fucking illegal. This nigga has found a way to have a fucking monopoly, bro. So I'll be real.
I don't know, Chris, but you should, if you do find it, let me know.
They have an ability, like, if you reach a certain like viewership, you can enter into like the Clipper program. I think Eddie is responsible. I think like cause Chud was a bum ass nigga in the crevices of the internet.
I have not heard Poetic Flacco say the N-word so much in one thing. I feel like if Omizi was to get the yellow dollar sign, he would lose all that money he made for this video. You said he couldn't pick himself up by the bootstrap. I swear to God, I feel like it got to be deeper than that. To want to jeopardize your life by going around. Let me tell you something, bro. There's it's not about why people were inferior or not. I wouldn't even, if it was something with Asian people, I'm not going around Asian hoods testing these people. I'm not going to nobody's hoods testing nobody. Back in the days, you're bringing back shit from like the 1940s and 1960s. Like one black person did something or one whatever, and then y'all go to the hoods and like their areas and try to like mass kill people. Nah. Then after that, it turned into like, all right, well, you got at one of my peoples, I'm gonna go at get at one of your peoples. This dude Chud was trying to do like a mass harassment case. I don't know, but I just know the only way to combat this and the only way to fight against these racist motherfuckers, these white supremacist motherfuckers, is when you see how effective it can really harm your community, those white supremacy people. When it can affect those white supremacists in the communities and shit, they're going to now go against Chud because they're afraid that people may not, because in this world that we live in today, chat, people don't give a fuck. We used to worry about online harassment. Oh my God, doxing. Now, no, you got to worry about motherfuckers pulling up to your location. People not giving a fuck to lose their lives. Like the Manson family, yes. Yo, that's why you don't bother people. If Cody was in it, it's Naked Gun, it might have been Cody Rhodes. Yes, that was also in it. It's insane though.
Reviews, then there was this where when he got on Kick and started doing like IRLs, there was this switch to where now all the clip pages was posting his clips, and then he had that surge right before Kick like kicked him off. So I'm like, hold on, bro, is Eddie responsible? But I believe that bro, like, yo, that initial like surge, that what did it for him. When racist whites was saying, yo, you are our leader, you are the guy that we want to hide behind, you are the leaders, Chud. And once he felt like he was now in charge of a community of people, he became more bold and more brazen. Right? Because each and every scenario he has, people say, do this to the right black person. And then he responds back with what? I already did. They ain't do shit. Look at me. Yo, he would go to these places looking to find the biggest, blackest black guy there to buck break him, essentially. As simple as that. He was trying to buck break us. And it's like, yo, and once I seen this was where he was going, the minute that he met some defiant niggas, because again, yo, we all know, my nigga, there are defiant niggas. Not all niggas is like addicted to this proximity to white folks. Some niggas ain't going for none of that, bro. Nigga, yo, some niggas wake up and don't give a fuck.
Yo, I'm gonna have to bleep out a lot of that because I don't know, the way my YouTube channel's set up, man, that shit gonna hit dollar signs, man. That shit gonna fucking, god damn, Omizi, that shit ain't affect your channel, bro. Oh man, he's saying it too much. Bro, I did a video with Trey. I got like 30K views on that shit. I got what? Like, it was 16,000 the first night. I was like, damn, I made some good ass money off that motherfucker. I made like 200-300. I said, ooh, I said, Trey, we got to record again. It got hit with a yellow dollar sign after that. I said, Trey, I can't fix this problem. He said, why? So we got a human to review it. The human reviewed it and said, at this time and this time, this is final. Even if you cut it out the vid, it's final. Trey said the N-word like 16 times in like a matter of 30 seconds. We was also playing, I think it was Undisputed, chat. He was raging. He was tweaking. Guess what? The next day after that, I made $3.74. I don't think it was Undisputed. I think it was a different game we played. When your channel get hit with the yellow dollar sign, boy, yo, what you thought you could get paid like $25 or $20, because my CPM is so high. Sometimes, like in the wintertime chat, I was uploading Batman, and I could see $56, $60 CPM, which means YouTube takes their cut. I was getting paid like $32 every 1,000 views. So if a Batman video hit 18,000, just multiply 32 times 18,000 times 18. That's one video. So like I'm like, okay, cool. But then when the yellow dollar sign hit, instead of you getting paid like $32 every 1,000 views, I was getting paid 25 cents. Yo, they don't give a fuck
about life. They listen, yo, Chud ran to a gas station and
YouTube's
ran
on
across
some
a
shit,
nigga
man.
who you could see visibly all the frustration and poverty on his face. This nigga got off a 12-hour shift and had a crowbar in his ears, bro. Why would you go fucking with a nigga who got out of a fucking 1994 Toyota Corolla, came into the store with a crowbar, was mad as hell, and you chose to pick a fight with that nigga? So once that nigga slapped him on and off camera and he got spat on and it got posted, and yo, he got roasted and ridiculed by his own community. Now, again, yo, now the racists, like the Misfit Patriot and others, were now saying, ha ha ha, you's a bitch. Zorka, the original Chud, told Chud, how would you allow these blacks to do this to you? Once that happened, he came online and said what? The grand finale would be a dead chimp on the pavement, I walk free, and y'all protested.
God
and the minute
damn.
I saw that, I said, okay, yeah.
That's when the switch flipped.
It's
That's when
gonna happen
everything
soon.
was like, yep.
And bro, even looking at the scenario, I'm just lucky that Chud is stupid. Cause the cops came, he went live, turned the camera down, and gave a confession. Stupid nigga. Right, so here's what I was told happened, even from people that was filming. So, okay, so like there's
like Apple,
there's
yo,
a
Apple
video
stay charging me
from,
every day.
I guess most of the
Some
incident,
stupid
right?
shit.
Because when it happened, right, I think like I'm the first person with the picture of his actual like the bullet wound. Because people who was watching from their window and there, they tapped in and sent me a
Chud, how the fuck you shot yourself like here?
Walked up to
How the fuck you shot yourself higher?
They were looking at him, laughing and pointing. Now again, Chud is a pathological liar. So when Chud says laughing and pointing, I think niggas was minding their fucking business. Chud seen niggas over there, I bet. Let's go. So he walked up to this guy. Now, again, to Chud's own admission and to the eyewitnesses as well, and they told Chud, hey, bro, leave us alone. Chud said they said that as well. Now, Chud claims that they followed him. That's a lie.
We know that's
a lie. Because what happened was Chud turned and then dude says, yo, bro, I got PTSD. Don't fuck with me. Chud said, or what? So Chud did not walk away and they followed Chud. Chud was about to tell the police, right? So Chud says, the veteran says, I got PTSD. I feel like I'm in. Chud stopped at I'm in. He stopped at that, and this is on camera. He stopped at saying I'm in. What he was about to tell the cops was, I feel like I'm in danger. He stopped. Go back and watch the full audio. It's on my page and it's on like the pump site.
He literally said, I have PTSD. I feel like I'm in. He said, you start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you.
He stopped before saying I'm in danger. I got PTSD. When you behave like this, I feel like I'm in danger. Please go on with all that chimping.
He's going to jail.
Shit. I got PTSD. There's footage that
He's got charged too from Apple?
of the Army veteran or the military
Bullshit,
veteran talking about PTSD and how Loud Knox fucks with him. It's online. So when the guy tells you this, and then you proceed to tell him, chimp, and do things you know is gonna trigger the PTSD after he warns you, and dude is on like military, I guess like disability too. So he has a confirmed diagnosis of PTSD. He told you this. You then antagonize somebody who you had knowledge of having PTSD. He then strikes you. Now, Tennessee, and I just heard this from a legal expert, has very specific codes and laws. You have to meet it with equal force. That's one. Secondly, you cannot be the reason why the conflict escalated. So A, the conflict escalated because of him. Two, you didn't meet with equal force, nigga. It was a one-on-one fight, and you shot a nigga because you don't want to take an ass whooping. Yo, Chud is stupid too because, bro, he gave the full confession, nigga. He admitted, I walked up to them. He told me he got PTSD. And also, bro, the slick bastard too said, oh, and he's told me, don't say all that chimping stuff, and then he punched me. You know, he said, don't do all that chimping stuff, and then you said it. And you feel me? So, hey, bro, he cooked, my nigga. He done.
That's
he dead ass like gave them a reason to put him in jail. He gave them all the evidence
to trigger the PTSD. But final thing, so you think these charges are gonna hit?
Oh, Finn, listen, bro. I was told they believe it was premeditated. So first off, my nigga, how do you convince a jury? You is typing about how you want to kill one of these people. You have multiple clips online talking about,
done,
yeah,
chat.
walk up, I got 10 rounds for you. You have expressed your distaste, your dislike for black people. You have spoke about doing harm to black people. You walked up to them. You antagonized the conflict. Listen, if this was Florida, he'll be home right now, homie. You straight. In Florida, you can kill niggas and get away with it, bro. We've seen it with George Zimmerman, nigga. You is good, but this ain't Florida, bro. This Tennessee. And they have specific codes, homie. Chud is cooked and over with. Plus, like, I be
But
real,
y'all
like,
said Tennessee racist. So I'm confused. So what, they racist, but they still abide by their laws? See, I mean, I don't know how it would feel. I don't even want to move. I wouldn't even want to move to West Virginia.
Yo, like, the child was
Shit
already
is
involved
scary.
in like a current case for like harassment, right? So, man, listen, man, he cooked, my nigga. He done.
The scary part about all of this is that Chud didn't all of a sudden just become reckless. His recklessness was baked
throw him under the
into
cell.
the brand. But even after all of this nonsense, you still have people saying that he'll rely on the freedom of speech and the self-defense clause in order to get out of this nonsense.
I don't think people are capable of understanding where this is going to go now. Chud the Builder was just charged with attempted murder, right? If this goes through, if he ends up going to prison and doing jail time, free speech has now been challenged in a way where it's not going to be able to come back from.
Sneeko, somebody else is going to punch your fucking teeth out. You need to just shut the fuck up. He's retarded. That's not what the fuck freedom of speech is. And then when you want to be behind, be behind thin lines and say, all right, cool, freedom of speech. There's a difference between freedom of speech and then you're provoking a certain group of people with wordplay that you know is offensive to these group of people. And you're doing that with the intention of your tweet to shoot and kill somebody of a certain group. That is way past freedom of speech. And in that case is why DJ Academics told him, okay, go in front of your people and spit while they praying. Or say something while they praying. He's like, no, but that's illegal. No. Have the same energy for these things. My mind player look like Sneeko. Yeah, I remember that shit. Yo, this shit dumb. Mind you, Sneeko stay getting assaulted in public. He be getting punched by the weakest looking motherfucker too.
We no longer have free speech in the way that we are supposed to. We don't have the amendment rights that we are promised. If you cannot say words within a vacuum.
Yeah, so fucking stupid. That shit's sad as fuck. And you know why that shit's sad? Because he's from where I used to hang out at a lot. So I know a lot of people from that area. I don't even think he's cool with those people. There's no way, bro. It's all black and Puerto Rican. There's no way. And mind you, he's half black. There's just no way he's still cool with those guys, bro. And some of them people's is blood. Like, there's just no way. There's no way. Yeah. I don't know if he was born in New York, whatever. I just know he lived in New York and he grew up around like where my people's was, like where my friends be at and shit. He told him to say F Palestine or something like that. Yeah, it's just, but no, he won't do it.
I think there's some laws about incitement of violence here, but saying a word alone like this, people are going to get extremely upset and are going to challenge it more. And now you've inspired more people to think that violence is necessary to respond to speech.
This guy is so dumb.
Notice people compare the situation to Charlie Kirk. People are saying Charlie Kirk is just like Chud the Builder. Charlie Kirk went around the country antagonizing people, and he got what he deserved. You know what Charlie Kirk said? Charlie Kirk was talking about gang violence. He was talking about problems within America. I disagreed with so much of what he said. I used to clown him all the time. I used to disagree with him all the time. I don't think that something violent should have happened to him.
And here go the free speech advocators on their knees for Chud the Builder, right on cue.
I'm exhausted, bro.
Sneeko's disingenuous take about what's going on with Chud the Builder and how this will impact free speech is exactly why we have a Chud the Builder situation in the first place. These bad faith arguers that are framing and ignoring the situation and circumstance and charges that are going on are the reason why we'll have another Chud the Builder in the future, as sad as it is to say. Chud isn't facing attempted murder charges because of slurs that he said. He's facing these things because he escalated a situation that wasn't necessary to escalate all the way up into a shooting. And this distinction matters. Free speech protects you from the government punishing your opinions. It does not protect you from the consequences of you saying whatever, threatening whoever, pursuing whoever, agitating whoever in the streets. That's not how free speech works. The worst part about it is that these free speech advocators don't even believe in free speech to the degree in which they say it does. While giving his commentary on this situation, Sneeko sat down with academics who challenged him as to how far he would go in the entire free speech conversation. And quick, fast, and in a hurry, you could see the contradiction that Sneeko was about to walk into, but he decided to walk it back. And I know exactly why.
Do you see how you're equating this individual word that
this is what he cooks
have
him,
real meaning unless you to the holy book, to the word
Every word has meaning, brother.
The word of God compared to a word about slavery, where slavery doesn't exist anymore. You are equating the word of God to a slur that is outdated. Those two aren't the same. And that's the whole point. And that's the whole point. You cannot have those two things be equal. The word of God is not equivalent to this individual word.
Okay, if you say word has no meaning, say Allah right now.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you to say it because it should have no meaning, right? There's a fucking meaning to it, right?
Okay.
Clearly. Like, you wouldn't say that, right?
Because do you not see the point that you're making? How are you equating God?
Words have meaning, brother.
How are you equating God, disrespecting God, the Almighty,
what up,
something
Jamal?
that we have faith in, to something that only has meaning if we attribute meaning to it? God has meaning without us. This hard R word, listen, this word only has the meaning that you give to it. Allah exists without us.
So what you just told me, you can't disrespect God. Okay, get it, and I agree. But you can disrespect an entire group of people, and your solution to that is that the entire group of people should just not be offended.
That word,
because you're doing both.
Only has
whether you say the harder you are, or you say Allah.
Sneeko is arguing that words only have power if you give them meaning. So academics gives him pushback. A way to truly test if he does mean this. Go ahead and sit there and insult Allah. If words don't have meaning unless you give them power, you should be able to say this in a vacuum and it not mean anything. Sneeko fully understands this concept but refuses to go down this rabbit.
I think Trey said this shit best. We was in Discord talking. When you got people siding with DJ Academics and agreeing with him, telling him he cooks, it's over for you, bro. Not only that, when you sit here and you got academics now cooking you, because you know what academics be doing. When he talking shit about somebody, man, he goes all the fucking way. Remember drunk academics? So the fact that y'all got DJ Academics on this motherfucker out here cooking is crazy. You be eating Big Macs? What about you? Don't you eat McDonald's? McDonald's? I thought you eat McDonald's too.
Rabbit hole because
I see where he coming from. He's saying the shit ways how I talk and shit like that, but like, come on, man.
Do have meaning. Words are not neutral in every single aspect, and you can't just say whatever you want without there being some sort of consequence. This is where the contradiction comes. You see, Chud's whole career proves the opposite of what Sneeko was saying. If words had no power, Chud would have not built his entire.
Oscar, if you want me to be honest with you, buy it on Steam. And then, like in Grand Theft Auto, supposedly after the hours that we play, it's probably having some problems, and just, you know, refund it if it's lagging too much, you know.
Entire brand off of saying the most inflammatory words possible.
Oh, okay, then yeah, do that. Jamal, you running it?
Have no meaning. He actually became famous because he knew the exact meaning.
Oscar, I'm being dead ass too.
Did carry. And anybody else
it comes out midnight
to advocate for the free speech nonsense and act as if there aren't real world consequences are in for a rude awakening. This is the stupidest argument that I've ever seen. The same with the self-defense one in this situation. Chud wanted this to be a free speech. I can't see right now. My voice is gone. The more that you look at it, it's less looking like a man who has been silenced.
I don't want you to commit fraud.
Words, but more looking like a man who has built his business model off of provoking individuals in the streets, and now it's become a criminal case. Because at the end of the day, like, the internet can argue about, you know, if this bit is funny, this joke is edgy, if this slur should have this meaning, blah, 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 blah. And his supporters can sit behind screens and say that we're rooting for you, we're this, that, and the third for you, etc., etc. But now Chud the Builder has taken it too far. The bit is over. He's behind bars, you know, behind that slamma-jamma, court case going to the grand jury, and the only thing that these online approvers of him and free speech can really do is give him T's and P's, thoughts and prayers that ultimately will be meaningless when he does end up behind bars. Dumbass. What a dumbass. Quick series. I'm mad that I didn't even get to eat off of it for real. I guess we eat off the case, but this was a quick series for a dumbass individual. Fuck out of here.
Some breaking news.
Damn. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my reactions after. I'm gonna get on Forza now to show y'all what's there, but I'm gonna do more reactions after. Can Xbox? Yeah, Xbox can play with PC. Absolutely, yes. Putting this shit on my credit card, might as well. Yo, listen, Oscar, go live then, bro. We'll make that shit back real quick. You know what I'm saying? Forza 6, yes. Forza Horizon 6, yep, yeah. Lord, it's a big ass game, yeah. But I'll tell you right now, that game is beautiful than a bitch. Yo, look, all I'm saying, chat, don't harass people, man. Don't harass people like that, man. Shit crazy, bro. Shit is nuts.